Good morning, everyone. Today I need to change Dia. Emma is awake. She ate. Her pampers is changed, so she's nice and clean. So I just need to give her her pacifier. So I just need to get Dia up. As you can see, she sleeps really bad. But anyway, come, sweetie. Come to mama. So here is my little sleepyhead girl. She doesn't want to get up, and her hair is just a mess. Wow. I don't know. I'm just so like unprepared this morning. Let me just get her. What I wanted to do today is just quickly talk to you all about an experience of mine. Today, well, it's actually Wednesday, so happy Wednesday to everyone. But I think I haven't decided whether this is going to be a onesie Wednesday video or a theme Thursday. I think the theme is anything in the sky, so I would think like sun, moon, and stars or something like that. But you know, we also have birds, you know, flying in the air. So I don't know, I guess it's could be plane, I don't know. I'm thinking along that line. So today Dia is going to wear this cute onesie by Cardis. Purple and white stripe, have the cute little birdies, the mommy and baby bird, and she's also going to be wearing the matching pants that have the little birdie on the bum bum. So like I said, I'm not too sure. I guess I'll combine it. Yeah, so it's going to be onesie Wednesday and also theme Thursday combined. Yes, because most likely you all will not see this video until tomorrow, which will officially be Thursday, because it takes a while to download. And I'm also going to be giving her a nice warm bottle. So okay, let me change Dia. I'm going to try my best to explain my experience to you. Oh, it's nothing, don't be afraid. I mean, it's nothing like horrible or anything. It's just a lesson for me as a parent. You know, anyone that have children, young children, I don't know, I'm guessing, well, for me, my daughter is 9 years old. So anyone that have children, I would say. So first of all, I'm going to change Dia into this cute Pampers, Love Pampers that have like the little monkey. Very cute. And this is also one of my favorite diapers. So let me just start from the beginning. So on Thursday of last week, my daughter asked, well, I'll go a little bit back. My daughter's been asking me actually for a while she wanted to purchase a game on her tablet. She has a tablet, I have a tablet, and I can tell you with my tablets, you can do everything on a tablet that you can do on a laptop or a desktop computer. So I've made tons of purchases on my tablet, also on my, likewise with other stores. But I always notice, in most cases, like if I don't have to include my credit card information, I noticed that I was always asked to include my security number, which is the 3-digit number on the back of the credit card. So because of that, I never worried whether or not anybody would make purchases on my credit card. So, okay, let me go ahead and do Dia. So, again, my daughter's been asking for a particular game, and between you and between you and I have always said no. You know, I just, you know, there's tons of free games that she can get on the tablet, or I guess what you call it, the Play Store or something. Yes, there are tons of free games. So when she's been asking me to purchase games, I always just said no. But last week, Thursday, you know, this particular game that she wanted cost $5. Well, it's $4 and change. So she went to her dad, asked her dad for the money, and her dad gave her the money. He gave her $5. So I said, okay, I'll go ahead and purchase the game for her. So I purchased the game. And when I purchased the game, apparently the game was not compatible with the tablet. But they didn't, you know, there was no way of me knowing this until after the game was purchased. So anyway, I said, well, there you go. And I'm not surprised, because many times, like, certain stuff that you're able to do in the US, I'm not able to do in the Bahamas. I don't know what it is, but I'm just not. So, but after that purchase on Thursday, I noticed, like, from Friday, I've been getting tons of messages saying, thank you for your purchase, thank you for your purchase, thank you for your purchase. And I'm like, what purchase? Like, I didn't purchase these items. So right away I went and I contacted my bank, and the bank told me that yes, I've had a few purchases. And I can tell you, ladies, the credit card that I use is a debit credit card. And the reason why I started using the debit credit card is because I had a shopping, what do you call it? I was a shopaholic, let's put it that way. You know, there's a saying, the power of the pen. Yes. So I had maxed out my other credit cards. So in order to, like, get the card situation in order, I had to cancel those cards and pay those off. And then I decided to just get a debit credit card, meaning that I'm only able to purchase what I put on the credit card. So because of this, you know, in most cases, I don't have lots of money on my debit credit card. You know, I always try to have like a balance of maybe $500, and if I need anything more, then I can always just go online and I can transfer the monies from my account to my debit credit card. So if I need to, like, pay for any expenses for my son, you know, because he's in school, and traveling expenses and stuff like that, if it's going to cost more than what I have on my credit card, then I just download the money to my credit card. And it works pretty good for me, and that way it helps me to be balanced, you know, not spending what I don't have. So anyway, I didn't have very much money on this credit card, you know, but which is a good thing, So I noticed that like I said, I got these messages that kept saying, thank you for your purchase, thank you for $88, another $88, another $88. And I'm like, what? So when I called the bank explained to me, you know, they wasn't able to see like where the purchases were coming from, but they were able to tell me that yes, I've had these purchases. And the person kept repeating the purchase because it got to the point that the purchases were like declined, because even when it was declined, like, the person kept trying to make the purchase. So, you know, I was like devastated. I was afraid. I couldn't go to my husband and explain or tell him about this, because the first thing my husband would have told me is, do not use any credit cards anymore. And, you know, I didn't want to have to like argue with him over this issue. Like I said, I didn't have no huge funds on my account. So when I say huge funds, yeah, it was a couple $100, but it was not over 500. So anyway, so the bank, I told the bank, I was so afraid. I told the bank, cancel the credit card, issue me a new one. But the bank said, wait, no. So the bank calmed me down for a minute. They said, listen, we're going to have to investigate. Let's not make any drastic moves. Let's just investigate where the purchases were coming from. and they said, you know, to cancel your credit card and to issue a new credit card, there's going to be a fee. Plus, you know, the issue wasn't the fee to me. The issue really was me. The issue really was replacing the card for me, because where I live, I'm not able to collect my credit card. So it will take me at least a few months before I can get my new card. So I said, okay, let me well, the credit card was already maxed. So there was nothing anybody can purchase on the credit card, because there was nothing on the credit card. So I said, okay. So the credit card company said to me, the best thing for me to do is to look at the purchases, contact the company, and try and get a refund, try and find out what the issue is or what happened. So, okay, so that's what I did. The gentleman was very, very nice that spoke to me. So I decided to calm down, to pay attention to the purchase, to investigate on my own. So what I did was I tried to contact the company. It said to contact them by phone. I tried that did not work. So I tried to contact the company. I realized that there was no way I would be able to contact them by phone. So I decided there was a link that said refund me. So I did it that way. I clicked the link and I put in all the information, the name of, I think it was like a game or something. I don't really know what it was. I could tell you, I had no idea. So I put in all the information. I put in the code, and I did it for each transaction. So it said I needed to wait up to 48 hours to get an answer. So, but in about, I would say in about maybe 12 hours, I noticed that, oh dear, you're finished. Wow, she drank this whole bottle. Wow, where was I? I'm just talking and not paying attention to my sweet little girl. Psh, good. Okay. So, yeah, so they not answered me. I noticed they sent me a refund ×2, but they did not send me the third refund. So I sent another request for a refund for the third transaction. Like I said, these were all identical transactions. So the person kept repeating the purchase, repeating the purchase, repeating the purchase. So I sent another request for a refund for the third transaction, and they replied and said they had to investigate that and they would get back to me. So they had asked me some information like members in my household. Is it possible that maybe a co-worker or a friend or a family member could have made these purchases? And yeah, so my thing is, I know for a fact I can put my head on a chopping board that my husband did not make the purchase. That I knew for a fact. My daughter, being children, I said to myself, the possibility was always there, but I hesitated to believe that because, like I said, what normally happens when I make a purchase, either I have to include my credit card information along with the security number at the back of the credit card. And then there's also other times where I don't have to include my credit card information, but I always have to include my security number, those 3 numbers on the back of the credit card. So I said to myself, even if my daughter attempts to make a purchase, there is no way she would know my security number of my credit card. So because of this, I was like, there's no way anyone used a credit card in my household. And I'm thinking, it has to be fraud. I'm thinking that, after I made that purchase for my daughter, that $5 game that she, the monies that she had gotten from her dad for the game, I went ahead and purchased this game that still didn't work on the tablet. But I'm thinking that that's the only possible thing I can think of why I'm having all this difficulty with my credit card. So that night I got up really early in the morning. I think it was about 1 o'clock, and my daughter was awake and she was on her tablet. So I got my tablet and I started noticing a few more thank you messages for games. But these games were like $1, $2. And I'm like, I said to my daughter, I said, did you make these purchases? And she said to me, what purchase? So I started asking her about the name of the games. And she was very familiar with the names. And so I said to her, because I'm not familiar with these games. These are games that the children play, that they enjoy, that they normally download from, I think it's called the Play Store or something, yeah. So my daughter was familiar with all these games. So I said to her, the $88 game, I asked her about that. So I said, show mommy this game on your tablet. So she went to her tablet and she showed me the game. And the game was a free game. So I said, how in the world could, even if she had made an attempt to purchase a game, it says free. But anyway, the next morning I spoke to my son. He's 20 years old. And these kids today, they know everything about computers. So he said to me, Mommy, let me speak to her. So he spoke to her, and I can not hear him, but because of her answers to him, I can figure out the questions he was asking her. So he was asking her about the games, and she was telling him about the games, and she was telling him she was trying to purchase something in the game, some sort of toy or something in the game, and she said she wanted 3. So anyway, so I'm like, let me get her socks. I'm like, so I waited on him, when he finished talking to her. And he said, Mommy, she made these purchases. He said, let me explain to you what happened. He said, Mommy, when you purchased that game for her, Google saved the information of your credit card. And therefore, any purchases that she wanted to make, Google accepted it because the information was saved. So he said what happened is, even though the game was free, he said that there is, like, the game is free, but there's items in the game you can purchase. And so that's what she was trying to do. And the game was, or the item was $88, and she tried to purchase 3, but for some reason it was 4, because remember, the bank told me that there was a transaction that was declined. So that was the reason for the repeated purchases of the same item. And then I was like, I was really upset. I was really upset because my daughter would always come to me and ask me to purchase certain items. But I guess the reason being is because maybe she tried to purchase these items before and it didn't work. I don't know. But now all of a sudden it started working. And like my son said, it could be because after I purchased that game for her, Google just saved my credit card information. So she didn't really, well, I'm thinking she didn't have to include anything. But another thing too, he said to me, he said, he advised me to use like parental control and all this other stuff, and I didn't understand a word he was saying. So I went to YouTube. Yes, I went to YouTube and I looked up the information, and you know, YouTube teaches you everything. YouTube taught me how to, I'm gonna have to use this frill socks because I'm not finding her plain socks, so I'm going to use this frill socks. So YouTube taught me how to secure my Google account, and it told me to turn on parental control, and it also told me to use like authorization whenever I want to make any kind of game purchases. So that's what I did. So what I did is I cut on parental control, and now whenever a purchase is about to be made, then a password has to be they request a password. So anyone that wants to purchase any games or any kind of Google anything, then they have to include a password to do that. So that's what happened. So what happened is this: Google refunded me 2 transactions, and the 3rd transaction they did not refund me. And they wrote me back and explained that the reason why they didn't refund that is because they investigated and it shows that the purchase came from my account. So yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, they refunded me 2 transactions, which was really duplicates anyway. So maybe that's why they refunded me those 2, because they were duplicates. But the 3rd one they did not, because I guess after investigating they realized that somebody within my household made the purchase. Yeah, so I'm sharing this story with you all. Maybe you all are more experienced with tablets or iPad or I don't know, I guess desktop or laptop. You know, I had no idea that the computer can save your information to the point that you don't have to like verify anything or include any like security numbers. I was totally surprised and amazed, but I am happy in this. I didn't get all my money back. It was a lesson for me, but I'm glad I got the lesson, because now I can protect myself not just from like stuff like this happening within my household, but I can protect myself from, you know, anyone who maybe might ask me to use maybe a tablet or my telephone or, you know, stuff like that, and I might think nothing of it and just, you know, hand it over, not knowing that they just might, you know, do the impossible, you know. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you all. So here's my beautiful girl, Dia McKell, dressed in her cute little outfit for, like I said, I'm going to combine it. It's going to be onesie Wednesday and theme Thursday. And the theme for theme Thursday is anything in the sky. And like I said, you know, we can always look up in the air and see the little birdies flying in the sky. So that's it, everybody. That is it for my video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and caution to anyone that have children. I hope you don't have to experience it, and one way not to is to just, anyone that has any type of device that's connected to the internet, parental control. And also parental control is different from also acquiring like authorization before any purchase is made. So if you're not familiar with it, I would say look up the information on YouTube like I did, because my son tried to explain it to me, and also the Google sent me a message telling me how to protect my account, and I don't understand those stuff. So I went to YouTube, and YouTube broke it down for me. You know, you just insert, like in the search section, how do I protect my Google account, or, you know, just keep on searching the information you're looking for, and it will come up. Yeah, so that's it, everybody. So thank you all so much for watching. You have a beautiful day. Bye bye.